Hello everybody, CritCrab here with another story, this one about a group that could only tolerate that guy for so long. And when he left, Karen ensued. But before we get into this video, I would like to give a quick shout out to today's sponsor, Last Ark Tactics Analog. Last Ark is a TRPG that incorporates some JRPG elements to bring something entirely new to the table. Something in Last Ark that I'm really excited to see is its insane variety of base classes and advanced classes. With classes like the Gambler, Blood Mage, and something called a Hippogriff Knight, there will be no shortage of unique and quirky characters. More info in the description. Anyways, that aside, roll post. Okay, so I DM a group now going on 2 years in a campaign with a new member making a brief appearance as of recent. This is my first Reddit post, having newly created an account to share this story at a friend's suggestion. He's the bard in this story, for those wondering. So the story happens a month ago while my players were exploring the ruins of an ancient city of dwarves. The party consisted of a paladin, bard, rogue, cleric, my uncle for context, and a fighter, the problem, who joined 4 months before the incident. They were making their way through the underground courtyard fighting off Durgar when the fighter, who up to this point had made it his mission to be the star of the show, constantly talking over everyone to make sure he did something cool. The party ignored it as we all had a bit of social anxiety and didn't like confrontation. The rogue a little less so because she was planning to kill his character after the boss at the end. He thought there was going to be a boss, but there wasn't, only some RP with a massive crystal. Anyway, the party entered the town hall of the city where they were met with a mind flayer. They fought, which took an hour IRL and ended in the fighter wanting to get the final blow. I'm not guessing. He literally said, "Leave it me" to the bard, and got close to the mind flayer and actually critted. However, he rolled fairly low damage on the dice. The mind flayer, however, was very hurt by this and nearly died, but didn't. The mind flayer's turn was next and used it to get revenge and grappled him, it winning. The round went by and mostly everyone missed. The rolls were really bad, 3 nat 1s in total that round. On the mind flayer's turn, it tried to eat the fighter's brain. You can all guess what happened. The player was angry at me for doing this to his character and said he felt targeted. I apologized and said I only did what I thought the mind flayer would do and let the dice decide. He screamed bullshit and stormed off in front of my parents, who promptly said he wasn't allowed back with that attitude. We went on and continued playing. After the game had finished, we decided to watch a movie, Narnia if y'all wondering. Whilst watching, we heard a loud knocking at the door and my dad answered it to see the fighter's mom standing there furious, and exclaimed with the fighter behind her, fighter's mom, FM, "Who does Shouting Gecko think he is?" My dad, who knows the game, he got me into playing and is where I get all my miniatures and junk, smirked and said, "The DM, I guess. Why?" FM, "Well, does that give him the right to unfairly kill my fighter's character?" My dad looked at me confused and back at her. "Okay, come inside, let's talk this out." She came inside with fighter and we talked with her, accusing me of being a bad person and DM. I initially was very closed in as I wasn't used to getting yelled at by strangers until the rogue shouted for them to shut the fuck up. She was sick of it, saying this was the best campaign she has played and the fighter was an attention whore who hated it when things didn't go his way. After her, the paladin spoke up, and then my uncle, the cleric, came back from the kitchen, who joined in saying fighter fudged his dice rolls to get hits in. The whole party was going on and on about all the bad stuff the fighter did. A lot of it I didn't even know about. After this all was explained, FM looked at the fighter and asked if they were telling the truth. He was speechless, and she scowled at him and he said yes very quietly. She left without saying a word, with her hand wrapped tightly around his arm and drove off. P.S. After they left, we were watching Narnia again, and my uncle started laughing hysterically for no reason. We asked what he was laughing about, and he explained that he realized he knew the fighter's mom. Apparently, they both played in the same game during their 2E days. The particular game had a person who did a lot of the same stuff he did, and she was not happy about it, and told their DM, who kicked the guy from the game. My uncle searched her on Facebook and found out she married the DM of that game and explained that he hated that sort of behavior as well. I feel bad for the fighter. He is in for a lot of talking to do. End post. To quote E_crabapple, "You knew the attack of opportunity doesn't work that way, but you lied to your friends and say that they did. We've talked about this. I'm not mad at you. I'm just disappointed. You've lost 100 XP. Go to your room and think about what you did." But honestly, I really enjoyed reading this story. It was short, fun, and really low drama compared to the last ones. I also don't know if I'm going to put this one in my horror stories or glory stories playlist, so let me know in the comments. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, please do leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more stories just like this one. Till next time.